Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Very happy to see you here today. We're working on that Quilt of Valor that we put together on the weekend project, just a couple of days ago. Check it out somewhere. You'll find it. It's really fun. Actually, it's on point, and don't be discouraged with on point. Really, if you have a couple of very pretty little blocks and a couple of solid blocks, these can be, various shades of purple or whatever. Tie it all together and put it on point, and it really adds such a little extra flair of design, and I don't know, it just it kind of steps it up a bit. You know what I mean? So I don't know, just check it out if you want to do something like that. The video shows you how, and a good website to show you how to do these corners right here and the very top one. So it's easy cut, and literally Bob's your uncle, you're done. So what we're working on here is, because there are so many points to the blocks, I was going to do a circle wreath at first, and then I'm looking at it and putting it all together, and I'm looking at it on the long arm, and I'm like, circle wreaths would just kind of look a little weird here. So we're going to kind of keep in theme to the points and stuff. And it's called a triangle fill and a block fill, and it's just like almost like a sawtooth, back and forth, back and forth. You'll see it as it stitches out. I thought it looks really good, and it gives this such a really neat kind of texture. I think it's going to turn out fantastic. So we're just going to set it to go here. It's already preset and ready to go in its block. I'm just going to tell Walt that I would like it to quilt. I'm using that new amethyst thread that I picked up at the Quilt Canada, and it's going beautifully with this quilt. There we go. Walt's going to do his thing. As you can see, he's going to come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then change direction, back and forth, back and forth. It's really quite cute. It suits it very well. And then in the borders here, I've left the gray blank for the moment. I may fill that in, even if it's just with a little, back and forth or something. But in the borders, I've done the smaller triangle, but stretched it out, and it's going as we're chunking down the quilt. I know how many I need to put down, and I'll put them in. So I'm switching them back and forth from one triangle and then flipping it to the other triangle and looping it down. So it looks really nice. So once this finished stitches out, we're going to roll the quilt a little bit towards me so I can work on some of these blocks. Probably this one. I'll go work over on this one, and then we'll see what time we're at, and maybe we'll come over to this one. And I'm just going to use my little plexi ruler to help keep me on the lines, trying to stitch in the ditch, and just highlight each block the way I think it was designed and made. So see, now it's already switched the other direction. It's going to come back and fill in here about halfway, and then switch again. It's a cute pattern, and it adds such, when you're using the high loft, it looks so like funky and cool. I don't know, I just really like it. And the fact that I stretched out a little bit more on the borders here softens it up. It really does. It's kind of like those little jaggeds are farther apart. They're about an inch and a half, inch and a half, instead of the half inch, 3/4 of an inch on these ones. Won't take very long. I love the thread. It's a beautiful color. I did have some grays up on it, and I was kind of I'll just stick with the purples. Just kind of keep with the purple theme. White was looking good too, but I thought it would really, really stand out pattern-wise. Like whatever may get lost on the front here, it was really going to stand out on the back, because I have the creamy colored Stonehenge wide backing on here. So I thought about using the darker gray black one, but I don't know, I didn't want it to bring the quilt down in any. I want to just lift it up. I want to be bright and airy, and it's nice to work on these quilts of Valor. And of course you can have fun with your stitches and whatever you want to do, because they don't care. They are very happy to receive the gift as it is, right? So the present. It's not a charity. We're giving them gifts. And of course you could shrink this block to, if you wanted to stitch out really tiny, you could stitch it out even bigger. I mean, whatever. So it was set as a square this way. So when I put it in the software, I just kind of tweaked it just a little bit to put it on point so it would fit within the block. Spread out the little sides a little bit. Done. Easy. Let's do the last little leg right now. So we did have a little inquiry, I guess, on Weekends Project. We were inquiring whether some people are interested in a live stream or not. Some are, some aren't. Seems kind of unanimous that it is. We're kind of going to keep it the same theme as what we have going on right now. Pop will either ask me questions or answer your questions if you have them. He knows just as much what goes on around here as I do. So, but I think it'd be kind of cool. It's not like we really cut and edit a lot anyways. We kind of keep in my flubbubs, you know. It's all a learning process. Nothing's perfect. Nothing ever should be perfect. All right, so that's literally that block done in no time flat. I'm just going to put in some locking stitches here. So I know it does a little lock as it's going anyways, but I'm kind of, you know, a little OCD that way. Make sure they're locked. I don't want them going anywhere. So now that I have this beautiful square, and then I'll show you the triangle right here. You can see that one. And then there's the light one on the border. See how it's just spaced up just a little bit different there? It's got a little bit more of a gap. Okay, so I'm going to stick that right there, loosen these two and these ones, and roll it just a little bit closer towards me so I can work on it with ease and not feel like I'm, you know, stretching over, doing too much. I know, I don't want to hurt my back. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. Let's see, maybe I might have to roll it back the other way a bit. We'll see. Because I do have the ruler plate on, so let's see how far that's going to get me. If we go work over on this one here. Ooh, okay. You can hear just the ruler plate just tap the bottom bar, so crank it up just a couple. I don't want any collision. I don't want to damage my bar or my computer head or anything. All right, so we'll clamp it here, take it off its belts. I like to do my ruler work off its belts. For some reason, I think it seems to want to fight me. It wants to go one way and I want it to go another, and I'm not up for a battle. So we'll just put that there and clamp this two sides. Always ensure you're clamping. I know you think, okay, some people are like, why? What's the point? Well, it helps stabilize the fabric. You're not pulling it, you're not yanking it, but you are making sure that your back is going to stitch straight. It's not going to get a fold or a pleat in it or anything like that. So, you know, they are helpful. All right, so work over on this pretty one right here. Probably need my old lady specs. There we are. I've had the most adorable sewing student here for the past couple of days. He's here for every day this week, and he's just the cutest little guy and so enthusiastic about learning. He's bringing new life into sewing for me. He's smart as a whip, too. All right, so lock stitches in, and I'm just going to follow this pattern around. I'm just going to kind of stitch in the ditch, do the best I can, keep it consistent, kind of go in a pattern that's going to leave me less stops and goes and so on and so forth. Figured try and pick a outside edge and work our way around on the outside, and then we can work our way on the center. Trying to figure out a way not to hit the camera. Okay, let me just say yes that I wanted the pattern. It's done. Thank you, Mr. Walt. Put it on regulated. Okay, so if I bump the camera or little camera, I'm sorry. And we got 12 stitches per inch. Okay, and then just slow and steady. You know, it's not a race. Try and get right in there. It's going to take time. You may get frustrated. Stop at intersections. Switch. Try and put your ruler foot right up against your ruler. Keep it nice and flat against your ruler plate. And just keep stitching in the ditch. And as you get used to things, you'll get faster and more confident as you're whipping around things like, you know, Jack the Bear with no hair. And you can, but you know, when it comes to some things, you really just want to make sure you're doing the best you can and keeping it where it's supposed to go. I just want to highlight all these beautiful blocks that somebody did up. I wish I kind of knew who it was. I can say a little thank you note for doing such a beautiful job. It was actually quite pleasurable on my part just to put it together, because I got to see all these beautiful purple fabrics, and I didn't have to really do too much of the work. I mean, it obviously did some, but Okay. All right, now we're going to stop there and come back over here and finish this triangle off bit here, and then I already stitched there, so maybe we'll come down here and back our way, and we may have to come back over there. We'll figure it out. Just trying to, the least stops and goes, or I mean thread cuts as possible. Try and keep it nice and consistent. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. It's been lovely weather. We've already had peas and beans and raspberries and strawberries out of our garden so far. I can actually just backtrack on this one here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Backtrack up here. This was so nice to be able, actually we had peas from the garden the other night with dinner. It was like, it's so nice to have something that we grew, you know? We planted from seed and grew up in the house, and then, you know, let it venture outside with little prayers of please grow in this crazy spring weather we were having. Okay, there we go. And always keep your ruler flat. And I learn something new every single day. And if it's something that just needs to be reinforced, keep your ruler flat. All right. Okay, we'll backtrack here. Get this one there. I guess, I'm sorry, my hands are going to be in the way of the little camera, and I apologize. It's the only way to do any ruler work. And I know I need my nails done again. So high maintenance, I tell you. I noticed this one as I was coming down right now. It has a little blue mark on that white part. I wonder if it was from their marking and their piecing. So maybe I can try and get it out. I didn't realize I would have tried before. Maybe a little stain remover or something. Vinegar works on lots of things. Okay. It's just a tiny spot, so maybe I can try. Like, I love this combination of purple right here. Like all these, looks like little houses and blocks and geometric shapes all stacked on top of each other, and all the different shades of purple. It's very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I need to move and shift. Come back down on this side. And that's really how I'm just gonna finish each block, is highlight it the best that I can. All right, nope, I'm gonna tie off. And that'd be too many backtracks trying to get back over here. Okay, let's do this square. We'll start here, come around and back again, and then we can finish off here. See, some things you really have to think about ahead of time, where you want to go. Because you don't want to have so many threads to tie off or to clip or to, you know, stitch back in through the quilt. You know, that's up to you, right? Remember to always butt it up. You can hear it, it just taps it. You know you're nice and straight. Keep your fingers spread wide on the ruler so it gives it even pressure. Okay, and that corner's a little flat, so I want to make sure I'm following it. I don't want to give it a point. I'm following the quilt and what it needs to have done to it, right? Okay, and there's another flat point there. I've hardly noticed I've been on summer break, to tell you the truth. I'm so busy over here, over there, over here, over there. It's like, I don't even know. Didn't even have time for crossing guard. No, of course, I'd always make time for crossing guard, but it's just, it's kind of weird how when you have You don't got any alarms taking up your time. You do whatever you want and putter here, putter there, and But it's kind of a little sense of freedom, but also at first couple of weeks it seems like I'm a little lost too because I don't have my main purpose. All right, we'll come this way. That's probably a smarter idea. There we go. Stop. Let's go down. See if we can come around here and do these guys. It's like a little puzzle. Gotta figure out the best route to take. And since it's just touching that. Perfect. Yeah, it's like correction actually for the Quilt Canada. I thought it was 2,617. It was actually 2,614. Well, that's what keeps going out on the post. So, and I checked up on the website the other day just to make sure. So, for some reason, I guess there was a post for 2,617, but maybe it was a miscalculation or miscount or something like that. But that's still so awesome. Like, still double and then some of what was the challenge was tossed out to all us Canadian quilters. And I know a lot of our American quilting friends out there have helped out either here, there, or everywhere. So it's always nice that we pull together, even as our North American country, right? Our nation, continent. Sometimes it's hard to focus on too many things. Oh, there's another one of those little blue marks. I wonder if this is the fade pin that didn't really fade. I don't know. I've never seen really anything like that one before. That blue color. I've seen purple, a lot of purples. Purple one seems to fade when it says the dry or air erase disappearing ink. Yeah, that seems to disappear. I didn't have any issues with that on the quilt behind me when we did it last Wednesday for Long Arm Wednesday. I had some marks on there with purple, and it disappeared just fine on that lighter blue, white and blue fabric. Sometimes you just never know, especially when you're marking up a piece and you're thinking you put all this effort and love or whatever into it, or if you're marking it up for a customer because she wants a really nice custom job, you're like praying to the gods that please don't, let this stay in and be seen later. Lots of people say the children's washable markers from Crayola are fantastic for marking on quilts because they're wash, right? They're made for washable wear. So I'm always still a little leery. I find chalk is a good way, but even some of those can stain as well. We had one of our viewers say she had issues with one of the pinky red ones, and it stayed, the chalk, and it stayed. So it's a little bit discouraging and disheartening too. See, look, we got it all done. Not bad, eh? I just if I would have just continued on my little wackadoodle way, I would have been just fine, but that's okay. Think too much about it and you always cause yourself problems. Always never second guess yourself. All right, so that's that one done. Okay. I think we're good for time. So I'll put the little square around here and we'll call that a Long Arm Wednesday, and it'll take me a little while obviously it's taken me 15 minutes just to do that little bit right there. So, and then to finish it up. So hopefully we'll have a couple pictures by weekend project or something like that, or whatever we can show you. So always check the website, check the Facebook page. I'm always doing updates. I sent a couple of pictures of that all finished up and put it up on Facebook, We are very happy to say, just as of the other day, we have over 2,000 subscribers. Over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I mean, I'm just doing what I love and having a heck of a lot of fun and hoping you're having some fun along the way with me. So it's nice to have you here and somebody to chat at, and I don't think I'm crazy because I'm not really talking to myself because you're listening. I know you are. So I'll finish this one off. Kind of follow that up on the little curve, sort of, not quite the point of that square. In the end, nobody's going to care that, you know, it's a rounded corner. You know, they're going to look at the whole quilt and go, what a beautiful quilt. Wow. Pretty colors. And know that it was, you know, somebody who deserves it. Very much deserves it. We'll get it. All right, so check that out. Check out a little block. Look how puffy it looks. And I'll check out the other one here. If I would have been a little quicker, we probably could have stitched that one up too. And then that one is gonna be cool. We would have had to probably add something in the center of this. Maybe I would have just kind of stitched and stitched and stitched like a little square just to fill that bit of a space up. Some of these are fine, like to have that space in between, because you know most batting is anywhere between like 2 to 5 inches or 2 to 4 inches or something like that. So that'll be just fine. So thanks everybody for watching. We really do appreciate it here at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. And if you have any questions or suggestions, just leave it below. And if you want to get notification of any video that we set out there, click the little bell by the subscribe button after you hit the subscribe button, because that's what you really want to do. I know you do. And then you get notified whenever we have something out there, whether it's even like a quick video. We still have the fishy video to finish up and get out there. I've stitched up like 27 different stitches on it. It's like, I don't know, 2 hours, but we probably make it really fast. But nonetheless, check us out and we appreciate it. So thanks everybody. Take care and enjoy your Wednesday. Bye-bye.